Many drivers assume that giving the mass airflow MAF sensor a quick clean will instantly restore smooth performance and better efficiency to their engine. It seems like a straightforward, budget-friendly fix promoted in countless online tutorials. Yet, in everyday garage and workshop experiences, attempting this simple task often backfires dramatically. Vehicles that previously ran without major complaints suddenly develop sluggish throttle pickup, uneven idling with noticeable vibrations, and unexpectedly higher fuel usage, all after what appeared to be a harmless cleaning session. The issues don't always show up right away with loud warnings, check engine lights, or obvious mechanical sounds. Instead, the problems creep in gradually. The car feels less responsive when you press the accelerator, it trembles a bit at stoplights, and you find yourself stopping at the pump more frequently than before. Numerous guides insist that a dirty MAF is the usual suspect and that spraying it clean solves everything. While that can be true in some cases, real-world diagnostics reveal a different story far too often. The sensor deteriorates not from natural wear alone, but from improper cleaning techniques or unnecessary intervention that actually harms a perfectly functional unit. Today, let's dive deep into why this seemingly innocent maintenance step can quietly ruin your MAF sensor and throw your engine's balance off for good. We'll cover the key pitfalls that mechanics encounter repeatedly, so you can avoid turning a minor tune-up into an expensive headache. The star of the show, understanding the MAF sensor. Nestled in the intake tract, typically right after the air filter housing and before the throttle body, the MAF sensor plays a crucial role. It precisely gauges the volume of incoming air and relays that information to the engine control unit, ECU. The ECU then matches fuel delivery accordingly, ensuring an optimal air-fuel mixture for combustion. Picture the MAF as the engine's precise airflow meter. Any inaccuracy here disrupts the entire fueling strategy. This component is engineered with ultra-delicate elements, fine sensing wires or films that heat up and cool based on airflow. It's highly intolerant to contamination, physical stress, or chemical assault. Even a minuscule film of residue or a slight mechanical disturbance can skew its readings, leading to the subtle yet frustrating symptoms many owners describe. Here are the 5 major errors that turn a well-intentioned cleaning into sensor damage. Error 1. Choosing an inappropriate cleaning agent. This tops the list of destructive mistakes. People reach for whatever spray is handy, WD-40 for its versatility, carburetor cleaner for heavy grime, throttle body spray, or even brake parts cleaner. These products might claim to clean, but they spell trouble for a MAF. Many contain oils, lubricants, or aggressive solvents that deposit a sticky film or corrode the thin protective layer on the sensing element. Initially, the engine might seem unchanged or briefly improved, but within days or weeks, erratic behavior emerges. Hesitation on takeoff, unstable idle, and climbing fuel costs. The sensor wasn't dying from mileage. It was compromised the instant the wrong fluid touched it. Stick exclusively to a specialized, non-residue MAF sensor cleaner formulated for this exact purpose. Error 2. Applying force or incorrect spray technique. Aggressive spraying is another silent killer. Treating the MAF like a rugged throttle body or metal surface, blasting it hard, from close range or in the wrong direction, can physically deform those hair-thin wires or strip their coating. The damage isn't always catastrophic at first. The sensor continues operating, but its data becomes unreliable. Over time, this manifests as poor power delivery, vibrations during idle, and inefficient fuel burn. Gentle application from a safe distance, following the airflow direction when possible, is essential. Brute force here does far more harm than good. Error 3. Rushing reassembly before complete drying. Seeing the exterior look dry after a few minutes tempts many to bolt everything back together immediately. However, evaporation happens unevenly. Trapped solvent inside the housing or around sensitive electronics lingers longer than expected. Reinstalling prematurely allows residual liquid to interact with electrical currents once powered up, risking shorts, corrosion, or distorted signals. The vehicle could feel normal initially, only to develop shaking, power loss, or even fault codes later. Always allow at least 15-20 minutes, better yet, 30+ minutes or overnight, for full drying in a well-ventilated area. Never guess, err on the side of caution. Error 4. Treating symptoms without addressing underlying sources of contamination. Cleaning the MAF in isolation often proves temporary at best. In practice, dirt or oil rarely accumulates on the sensor randomly. Common culprits include oiled aftermarket air filters that shed excess oil, oily residue in the intake tract, a neglected throttle body, or undetected vacuum leaks pulling in unfiltered air. Ignoring these root issues means contaminants quickly reappear, forcing repeated cleanings that wear the sensor down further. Eventually, owners conclude the MAF has failed and opt for costly replacement, when fixing the upstream problem would have prevented recurrence. Always inspect the entire intake system first, solve the source, and the MAF stays cleaner longer. Error 5. Cleaning unnecessarily based on guesswork. Not every rough, idle, hesitant acceleration or dip in mileage points to the MAF. Similar complaints frequently stem from faulty oxygen sensors, a sticky or carbon-fouled throttle body, malfunctioning coolant temperature sensors, minor intake leaks, or even ignition components. Jumping to clean the MAF without diagnostics wastes effort and risks damaging a healthy part. Professional approaches involve scanning for codes, monitoring live data streams, like airflow grams per second, and visual checks before disassembly. Sometimes, the smartest move is leaving the sensor untouched. Random cleaning invites avoidable trouble. A real-world example from the shop. A customer arrived complaining of mild idle fluctuations and noticeably worse gas mileage, with no glaring codes or unusual sounds. Following popular advice, he had cleaned his MAF sensor carefully, twice. Symptoms persisted and slightly worsened each time. Convinced the sensor was toast, he was ready to spend hundreds on a new one. Thorough testing revealed the true issue, a tiny split in a vacuum line, allowing unmetered air entry. The original MAF was spotless and accurate. Repeated handling and exposure had only stressed it unnecessarily. Replacing the cheap hose fixed everything. Moral: misdiagnosing leads to fixing the victim instead of the villain, and spending money in the wrong places. Final takeaway: cleaning your MAF isn't inherently beneficial. It can be outright harmful if mishandled. Spraying isn't synonymous with proper maintenance, and not every performance hiccup justifies touching this delicate component. Treat the MAF with respect. Use the correct products, gentle methods, full drying time, root cause investigation, and confirmed need. And it rewards you with reliable engine operation and efficiency. Handle it carelessly, and it quietly sabotages your driving experience while draining your wallet. If you're serious about keeping your vehicle reliable for the long haul, check out related content on smart intake system habits and throttle body care gone wrong. Avoiding these pitfalls now can prevent major headaches and unnecessary repairs down the road. Drive smart, diagnose first, and your engine will thank you.